Hey guys, Merry Christmas. By the time you watch this is indeed Christmas Day, and I'm sure you're in the process of not already completed opening up your gifts, along with your loved ones around the tree and all that, and probably are currently, if not already enjoyed, some kind of modified version of the Walt Disney Christmas Day Parade, which will probably mainly be from Walt Disney World. Now, with that said though, if you want to share in the comment section or in the live chat of this premiere video your memories of the best gifts you got on Christmas Day, go ahead and do so, because that's what I plan to do. And I want to start off by looking back at something that I have a photo of, and I don't know if I'll post it up here or anything. I might just link it somehow in the description. But I remember basically as a kid, around 84, 85, I got, and I already did a package opening of this like years ago when I lived on Thoroughbred. After I re-got it, I kind of repurchased it, kind of resumed ownership of it. I remember back in 84, 85, when I originally got this, and again, I look at the photo, and I'm holding it in my hand because it was like the gift. It was like the primary gift that I got that year, and it was the Voltron Space Racetrack. Um, and basically, the Space Racetrack consisted of, it was basically a racetrack, but it consisted of two lions, the red and yellow lion. And you plug the controllers into the port next to the starting point of it, and then you would plug the track in. You would plug in that into the wall, and you would just, or you would add batteries or something like that, and then you would squeeze the trigger on the controller, which was in the shape of the lion's head of the lion that you were controlling, red or yellow, and then they would just move around. And that year, and I was just happy to have that, and I remember playing with that every day, or at least every chance I could get when I was a kid, because it was massive. It was a big thing to put together. It still is. And if I ever get a chance to do so, and hopefully see if it works, you'll see that. But I remember just, putting that together, either my dad and my mom, and just having fun with it, racing against my dad, racing against one of my sisters, and just having fun with it. Now, that's one memory. I also have other memories as well. In fact, I remember back when we lived in Waterford, because I think we lived there for over a year or so, basically like 2 Christmases we spent there. And I remember one year, basically we came back from Hayward because the tradition, even nowadays, is for families to get together in one location and exchange some gifts and then save the rest of the gifts for Christmas Day. So we exchanged some gifts. And unbeknownst to me, one of the gifts that I got, which was addressed to me from Santa, if you know what I mean, was basically a gift that was like in this shape, basically like this. And what it was all 3 of the Family Home Entertainment FHE VHS tapes of Transformers. And these were the tapes that my cousin owned. And when we lived in close proximity, I would try to borrow to watch at home to kind of keep myself busy. In fact, my mom would even ask if, we could do that to keep me busy so we wouldn't have to go spend money renting them on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So I remember getting those on that Christmas, and then the following Christmas, I ended up getting something as well, which was really like the primary gift. I mean, the VHS tapes that year were the primary gifts, just like the Voltron one was. And then this was a primary gift as well, the TurboGrafx 16 in 1990. Yeah, 1990, I ended up getting the TurboGrafx 16 for Christmas, and I was like totally surprised. Because I remember when this was advertised in 89, towards the end of 89, and it was still being advertised in 1990, especially during the holiday season, and I wanted to get it. I wanted to play it and wanted to, take it home and play it. And I remember opening up this big gift from Santa and said, I think it said from Santa and Mom and Dad or something like that. So I remember opening it, and it was the TurboGrafx 16. Now, the one thing about, being a kid at that time, with siblings and everything, was the fact that anytime you would, I'm just checking the time here on the camera. It's getting a little dark now. But like I said, anytime me and my sisters would get something like that as a kid, game system wise, most of the time it would be addressed to one of us, but we'd end up playing, but it would be for all of us. But as we got older, the individual that got it for the birthday would be able to take ownership of it and take it with them whenever they decided to move out, when they got to that point. Like for my second older sister, she got the NES, but it was for all of us, but it was primarily hers. You kind of get the idea. And speaking of, the year I got the TurboGrafx, that was also the year that me and my sisters ended up getting another gift from Santa, if you will, another gift from Santa, and that was the Super Mario Bros. 3 game. And what was cool about this is we had this little friendly rivalry with our cousins, and that friendly rivalry was to basically see who would be getting the best gaming hardware or games before the other. And they ended up getting the Sega Genesis around this time, but they also still collected Nintendo. So we had this like little friendly rivalry, I guess you could say, who would get like maybe Mario 3 because that was the hot game. And funny enough, we ended up getting Mario 3 before they did. And that was cool. That was just absolutely cool for us. Now, besides that, things did kind of cool off a little bit. Any other primary gifts we would get would basically be just, something here and there that like a movie. There was either a movie we wanted or something else. I do recall that mainly we would go to our grandparents, that myself and me and my sisters and our cousins all individually, almost simultaneously would have a movie given to us by our grandparents that we could take home and watch. And there were years that we got movies that, we were happy to get. Sometimes they'd be addressed to all of us or just one of us. I remember years we got E.T., we got Once Upon a Forest, Jurassic Park, and we were just glad to have those because those were movies we wanted to get, and our grandparents ended up getting them for us. But yeah, besides that, things were kind of mellowed out at the time. Anytime we would get something big, besides, Christmas, would be throughout the year. As I check the time again here, guys, hold on, okay. Would be throughout the year. Sometimes it wouldn't just be Christmas, sometimes it would be a birthday or just like, just for doing a good job, either in school or something. Like my mom one year because she was a fan of it, bought Fantasia the moment it came out, or at least tried to, and she succeeded in doing so on VHS. And then at around the same time, because I think I did such a good job in school or something like that, she decided to get me something really nice, and that was this. This is the actual jacket she ended up getting me when I was like 12 or 13 years old. I think 12 years old, when we lived on Miquelon Avenue. She ended up getting me this, and I've had it ever since. So, yeah, basically, but basically after all the years that I just mentioned, things kind of mellowed out for a while. I mean, it still carries on today with some of the younger generation as we speak. I mean, my sister recently for my third oldest nephew's birthday, ended up getting him a computer, a very expensive computer for his birthday because he also has to do virtual online learning, so he needed something to utilize. But anyway, though, guys, that's just some of the memories of some of the best gifts I got during Christmas. What are some of the best memories you have? Again, as I suggested at the beginning, if you want, let me know in the comments on the live chat of the premiere of this video. But yeah, just wanted to come on here, share some of my memories, and again, what are yours? And until then, until next time, though, guys, have a Merry Christmas. Be safe, and everything. Stay safe. Be careful out there, and hope you and your family have a good one. And that's all I'm gonna say. So Merry Christmas, guys, and I'll talk to you all later.